Today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Bills and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building. And just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at our two quarterbacks in this one. Kind of an interesting pairing. Josh Allen of the Bills, Kirk Cousins of the Vikings.
Yeah, you got one guy as part of the new breed, the run and gun, beat you with my legs kind of guys. And then on the other side, you've got your traditional pocket passer. He'll stand in there and throw the ball downfield, no matter what the turbulence is around him in the pocket.
Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both, and at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On play action, Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen. There's the former Viking, Stephon Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush will just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. This ball complete to the tight end, Sweeney. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going to throw. He's got the first down inside the 10. Touchdown, Bills. Allen on target there to Stephon Diggs. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt the return. Minnesota's offense and QB Kirk Cousins set to go here.
Not bad for a fourth-round draft pick. Well over 100 career starts now. And the chemistry with his top targets, really on point. They spend a lot of time in practice and after practice making sure the routes are run well, and he knows exactly where they're going to be on the field. And when they get open, he delivers.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Oh, good move. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Cook, a 1st down and more. Fighting through it, he's got space. And finally marked down at the 23. A big play there on the catch and run. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
2nd and 7. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Joseph is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially open the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. To the air, Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Calling a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Let's go, man. Let's go. Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Flush to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Allen now looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Allen, and Sanders has got it complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas.
Sanders got it for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Bass on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Kenenuagu now out of his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Gotta be patient with it.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A first down throw for Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to Cook out of the gun. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On first down, Cook. And some room to run now. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Boy, Dalvin Cook just so explosive in the open field. He's not a small guy either, but once he gets those legs churning, look out.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
Now Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Allen in the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off play action. Allen steps away. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They start the drive with Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. On play action, Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Joseph now to kick this one away. McKenzie returning it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Bills on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he's stopped right around the 29. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And a bit of a step down and up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 1st and 10, Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
On second down now, it's Cook. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. To throw is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Allen. His throw incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about an on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now, his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field. Try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action. Cousins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes picks up his second sack of the afternoon. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play fake. Cousins. Under pressure, they got him again. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to checking down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action now. Cousins. And this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 89 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. If the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Cousins now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dynamite that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, this from 48. Joseph's got it. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they're still been able to come up with points due to his leg.
Joseph now to kick this one away. On the return, it's McKenzie. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The football back to the Bills and Stephon Diggs. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A give, Singletary right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Allen now on first down. And that's complete to Sanders. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's Allen on first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. Once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 41. On the give, this is Singletary. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Allen. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Here's Kirk Cousins now, the centerpiece of our player spotlight. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Allen. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. From the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Bills. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we take a look there at the numbers for them running the football in that first half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the
second half.
But paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Kirk.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Again, it's Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Kirk. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Cousins.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Micah Hyde. And the Bills will take over here just shy of the 30. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Off the play fake. Allen. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And all the touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack in the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On play action, Cousins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Jerry Hughes able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
To try again after the sack, Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he's on to punt for Minnesota. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Emmanuel Sanders now as he and the rest of the offense march back onto the field. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here. Third quarter, we'll see what else he has in store for us. Throwing on first down is Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play here for Buffalo.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
No doubt about it. Really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. To the air, Allen. The Sanders has got it complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing now is Allen. Being chased out left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Moss. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Zach Moss. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Bills will extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And there will not be a return here It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run it again with Cook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Singletary. And he's going to have a Bills first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Flushed out right.
First down and more for Allen. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Let's go. Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held a
touchdown. That's caught at the 1. Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Vikings 16.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action now, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. That catch good for only a couple. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
2nd and 8. Now Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. They run, Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
49, guys.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
On 3rd down, Cousins. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. He's going to air one out. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come and have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Joseph on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Joseph tees it up to kick off, following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It was Nick Vigil there on the stop. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Singletary, a 1st down and more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check, check. Watch the before. Watch the before.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. The Bills on third down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Now he's flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Here we go.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
On first down, Singletary. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at him. We've got him now.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On play action, Allen. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped it pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Allen. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Sean McDermott didn't hesitate. They'll go for it on fourth. Singletary, they'll run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now Allen. Steps away, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. A 4th touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now come the Vikings. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. Throwing, Cousins. And this is Kirk with the ground. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
49, guys.
Cook following the penalty. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? A tough, hard, gritty run
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Cook. A little juke. They'll get this halfway home for the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
49, guys.
They get it to him running left. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on 1st down. Singletary. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Singletary again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
8 yards to go on second down. They go right back to Singletary. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 22. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. On the give, this is Moss. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.